Hello everybody, welcome to my channel again and welcome to the Stephen Williams Show. The last time I spoke about the banks being our best friends and the best institution possible because the bank help us to build wealth, and there are hardly any other institution in this world that will lend you 90% and you only have 10% and allow you to control an asset that values thousands of dollars. So that's why I like the banks. Now today I want to do a follow-up video and point out some of the problems that people enter in terms of money. Debt is one of the greatest hindrance to building our wealth. If you have too much debt, then of course when you get your pay, you cannot save any money out of it. As soon as you get your pay, then you've got to use that pay to be paying back your debt. So it's wise to avoid debt as much as possible. If you have a lot of debts, you need to try to pay them off as quickly as possible. And there are various strategies that people recommend. Some recommend that you pay off the small debt first. Some recommend you pay off the larger one. It's your choice to determine which debt you want to attack first. The high interest debt are the ones that I would attack first, because that's the one that really bite into your money at the end of the month. So it would be good to, eat out less, make some sacrifices, cut your cable, cut certain things, avoid buying a car on credit, buy your second-hand vehicle. Good second-hand vehicle are there that will take you anywhere you want to go, right? So it would be good to buy your car cash until you can afford a better car. So you cut back on most of your spending, right, as much as possible. Thin it down. You have to narrow down your expenses as much as possible and pay off your debts or reduce them as much as you can, so that you have some breathing space at the end of the month when you don't have those payments to issue. And if you have no payments, then obviously you are the less payments that you have, or the least amount of payment that you have, obviously it's now going to be you have some excess money, and that money now you can save towards your retirement. You can save to invest in some good stocks of some good companies. You can invest it in real estate. You can invest it in things that will grow your money. All right. So the best thing to do is also make sure, or I should say one of the best things to do is to make sure that you're not living on the edge like some people. There are a lot of people in this country, they are so much living on the edge. They have drowned themselves in so much debt that they can't find a $400 or $500 if there's an emergency. That's no good, because if you have a family, you need to have some kind of emergency money set aside. So always make sure you have an emergency money set aside. Alright? And I want to say this too. Opportunities are always there knocking at our doors. But when you miss an opportunity, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Miss opportunities is costly. So look out for opportunities. When you see an opportunity, something is on sale that you can buy back and flip it and make a money, you can do that, right? When you are, let's say you are investing in the stock market and you're up by a couple thousands, well, take some of that profit. Don't just sit and watch that money dwindle back down to zero, right? I that happened to me, and I paid the price, and I will never let it happen to me again. When I invested some money in the stock market, and it was really doing exceptionally well because it was on fire. Yeah, and then I just watched that money. I didn't take the profit, and I watched that money just dwindle back down. Luckily, I escaped with a little profit, but it could have been much better. So don't miss your opportunities, people. Look out for opportunities because they always come knocking, and when they come, you need to take them. Otherwise, when they leave you, you'll regret it for the rest of your natural life. All right. Now, if you don't have an education and you're trying to get an education, when I was going to college, I didn't borrow a student loan. I went to the college in Jamaica, West Indies College, now Northern Caribbean University. And I didn't borrow any student loan. What I did was to sell books and work and during the summer and pay my way through. When I was finished, I didn't owe the college any money, while there are other people who owe the college lots of money and couldn't graduate and all of that. So we have to plan our financial life smart, right? So it's good to, if you want to increase your education, upgrade your education, improve your education, you can go to evening class. You can go and work and study. Yes, it's a sacrifice, but nothing comes easy in this life. So work and study and pay your way, so that when you're done, it may take you much longer too, but at least when you're done, you don't have 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, $100,000 in debt in student loan. So practice that, and you don't become a slave, right, to paying back those debts. Okay, so this is what I would like to share with you for now. I hope that you learn something from it, and as you contemplate on these things, I hope that you'll apply it. There's a text in the Bible I want to leave with you. It talks about the borrower is a slave to the lender. If you want to be a slave, then keep borrowing money, and you now become a slave to the person you borrow from. Whether it's credit cards, student loan, cars, mortgages, furniture, whatever it is that you're buying on credit, it is not good for you and your family. It can destroy your financial life. Many people have come to ruin by doing that. So stay out of debt as much as possible. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and share as usual. Bye-bye.